Hey yo, what a doing, Lich Crew? Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna bring back the discussion videos, man. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I got an exciting topic for you guys. A lot of people like to talk about how Allen Iverson got the win against Shaq's or Kobe's Lakers, depending on who you want to say, in the 0-1 finals. And everyone gives him respect that even though he's not an NBA champion, he got a win against Kobe in the finals. However, no one talks about how Dwight Howard did the same thing 8 years later. But that's besides the point. Today, we're going to be covering Dwight Howard's run to the finals in Orlando versus Shaq's run to the finals in Orlando. So without any further ado, it's your boy Analytics Media, aka the YouTube Rookie of the Year MVP, the goddamn champion of this bitch at this point. Without any further ado, let's jump into it. I'm already done here, have your thought back. Alright, so first things first, before we talk about their playoff runs, I gotta talk about what they did in the regular season. So, Dwight and Shaq's Orlando Magic, they both led their teams to #1 in defensive rating, which is already tough as it is, but when you look at it from this perspective, when you're on a dominant team with somebody like Dwight or prime Shaquille O'Neal, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed to hit the top 3 in defensive rating. Fun fact, I think it was from 2008 to 2011, Dwight led his Orlando Magic team to the top 6 defensive rating, which is already tough as it is. But that's another story for another day. Dwight led his team to 59-23, which gave them 3rd in the East, and Shaq led his team to 57-25, which gave them 1st in the East. Now I'm going to talk about their per game averages, starting with Dwight. Dwight averaged 20.6 points, 13.8 rebounds, and about 3 blocks per game when you run that bitch up. And then we get to Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille damn near dropped a 30-piece with 29.3 points per game and 11.4 rebounds per game with about 2.4 blocks per game. On the stat line perspective, when you're just looking at it from just the raw numbers, you're going to see Shaq dominated him on the offensive end. But for me, when I was watching prime Dwight Howard wasn't really like an offensive specimen like that. He could score if he really needed to, but he was mainly just there to be an athletic freak, get those rebounds, get those blocks, and be in positioning. This man won 3 Defensive Player of the Years in a row. I think he won Defensive Player of the Year in this season, which is fucking nuts to think about. Like, don't get me wrong, Shaquille O'Neal is without a doubt one of the most dominant players this league has ever seen. But the thing is that with prime Dwight Howard, he was an insane defender. He had the athleticism to like move on to the quicker power forwards. Like if he had to go from somebody like, for example, like a Big Z, and he had to switch over to somebody like Josh Smith, he'll be fine. I could literally trust him guarding like a really quick power forward. You can't trust Shaquille O'Neal on like a quick guy at the power forward spot. I don't know, man. Dwight's a really, like Shaquille O'Neal's a really good defender, like a really good post defender, but I don't know, if you move him out of the paint and you start moving him more farther and farther out, he's gonna like diminish the value of what he can accomplish. But this is what both of them accomplished in the regular season, so we're already off to a crazy start. Now we get into the fun part. We're going to talk about their playoff runs. But before I quickly do that, I want to talk about their secondary scores on their teams, man. Shaq had it lucky because he had a semi-healthy Penny Hardaway dropping about 20.9 points per game with 7.2 assists per game. My boy Dwight had not an old ass for Charlotte Lewis. Let me stop chipping. But he wasn't really lit. He was only averaging like 17.7 points per game on 39% from 3. So this already goes to show you that Dwight wasn't really having all that much help. Shaq had that Penny Hardaway duo to help him out. Anyway, let me go on to this playoff talk. This man, Dwight Howard, in the 2nd round, defeated the defending champion Boston Celtics in 7 games. I know KG wasn't there. I understand that. But come on. They won the chip the year before, and Dwight whooped them and clapped them. Like, come on. I gotta give Dwight my respect on that one, bro. He defeated the NBA defending champs in the 2nd fucking round. That is beyond me. Meanwhile, we lean on over to Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal had his tough moments in the second round too. He defeated the Bulls when Michael Jordan was making his comeback from baseball in 6 games. That's tough in and of itself. The fact that you can say, they both can say, I defeated Jordan in the finals. That's what Shaq can say. And Dwight said, I defeated the defending NBA champions in the second round. That's tough as fuck. That's already crazy as it is. So, in the second round, it's kind of a 50-50 toss-up on who you want to say did better. Me, personally, I'm going to say Dwight because he defeated the NBA champs. I know KG wasn't there. Doesn't matter. But I can still give my respect to Shaq, though. Alright, now we're going to move on towards the conference finals. This is where we get into the heavy hitters right here. This man, Dwight Howard, defeated the #1 team in the NBA with bronze Cavs. They went 66-16 this season. This was better than the Lakers, who Dwight later on faced in the finals. They went 65-17. Like, I need you to understand this from a stats and numbers perspective. Dwight Howard was the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference, and not only defeated the #1 seed in the East, but the #1 team in the NBA in 6 games. This man was dropping about 26 points per game with 13 rebounds on above 54% field goal shooting. That's insane. That's fucking bonkers. That's beyond me, man. Like, Dwight was really getting right. He was trying to get out of this Eastern Conference, man. I mean, shout out Dwight, though, unrelated note, but he robbed us of that LeBron-Kobe finals that everyone's been dreaming of, man. But Dwight fucking busted his ass to get here. But then we lean on over to the Shaq side. Shaq was getting right. He was averaging about 27.3 points per game and about 9.6 rebounds per game against Reggie Miller's Pacers in 7 games. So for this one, I got to give this more to Dwight. I don't know. I don't care what anybody says. Dwight did better. Dwight went off. Dwight went crazy. So conference finals, I got to give this shit to Dwight, man. Dwight was going with dummy. Now we talk about what they both accomplished in the NBA Finals. Well, first things first, we got to talk about how both of them they lost, right? Obviously, neither side won a championship in Orlando. But here's where it gets interesting. Shaquille O'Neal got swept. That's just to be point blank blunt. This man got swept, but he was dropping 28 points per game, 12.5 rebounds per game, and about 2.5 blocks per game. But I don't know, man. It's just the fact that he was going up against another dominant center, such as himself, that was kind of more on that crafty shit, going up against Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, which is crazy. This is another honorable thing to talk about. The Rockets, they weren't even a top 3 Western Conference team, and they still ended up, #1, getting to the finals, and #2, winning the bitch. So that's insane to think about it as it is. Now we're going to move on over to the Dwight side. Even though, like I said, Dwight lost, he got a win against the LA Lakers with Kobe Bryant. And this is the Kobe Bryant led team where they were trying to get a win without Shaq. Like, Kobe was on a mission. He was trying to win this bitch and prove that he can do it without Shaq. Dwight, I'm not going to lie, Dwight was not performing as lit as he could have in the finals in comparison to what Shaq did. Dwight only averaged like 15.4 points per game, 15.2 rebounds per game with about 4 blocks a game. The leading scorer of this team was Hedo Turkoglu. That is kind of insane to think about, real shit. But Dwight still tried to do what he could have done because they mainly had like Pau Gasol, they had Andrew Bynum guarding him. So he couldn't really be the dominant center that we know of him to be. So we weren't really expecting that. But the fact that they got a game on Orlando's home floor against the Lakers is tough. I think everyone talks about the whole Allen Iverson shit because he got it in game 1 of the finals on the Lakers home court with that little step over shit over Tyronn Lue, who ended up becoming LeBron's head coach in Cleveland a few years back. It's kind of funny as fuck to think about. That's why I feel like people talk about that. But I don't know, man. I got to give Dwight my flowers. Even though they both lost, Dwight got a win against the Lakers. You cannot take that away from him. You cannot take that away. Dwight got the win, and that's all he could do. Then he lost in 4 games. I don't know. For the finals, I'm going to give it to Dwight. Even though Shaquille O'Neal was a fucking beast averaging 28 a game. But I got to give it to Dwight. Dwight got a win. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't get one win. Not even one. Not even on the home floor. He couldn't even get a win. So, shout out that boy Dwight. But also shout out to Shaquille O'Neal being a monster on the boards. Being a monster in the paint. Alright, so in conclusion, I'm not really trying to say who is better. But at the same time, I just want to tell you guys, this is what they accomplished and this is what they did in their finals run. I don't know. But me personally, it's still a 50-50 thing. I mainly just wanted to make this video for you to understand that Dwight really got right in this finals run. He really did get that win against the Kobe Bryant-led Lakers. But at the same time, I got to give my flowers to Shaquille O'Neal. He went crazy in his first finals run. And before, I didn't even mention this. The fact that they were both around the same age is even nuts. Shaq was only like 23 and Dwight was only 22 when they both made it to their finals run. So that's already insane to think about it as it is. But long story short, just wanted to make this video for you guys to see that both of their runs were similar. Some did better here, some did better there. But I just wanted you guys just to see, like, this is what went down and this is how they did. And if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Always helps the channel out. If y'all made it through to the end of the video, comment down below 2 Orlando Magic GOATs. And with all that being said, it's NLH. Never lose hope. And I'm going to see all y'all in the next video. Peace.
Yo, hey, they told me never lose hope. Hey, they told me never sell my soul. Hey, I'm about to roll it.